Hello again, this is Robert Veach here. This is my video review of the KEDSUM brand. Their 3-in-1 convertible, collapsible hand truck dolly. It'll hold 600 pounds on one of the modes and has caster wheels and adjustable handle, which is unique. I'll be comparing this KEDSUM 3-in-1 convertible collapsible hand truck dolly to another brand. So this product gets excellent customer ratings. It comes with an instruction sheet that we're going to use to assemble it. And you can see the box down there that has the wheels and the tools you're going to need and the nuts and bolts. This is the way it came right out of the box in shipment. So we're going to assemble this according to the directions on that sheet. So let's go over some of the specs. The handle angle is adjustable on this from 45 to 135 degrees. Switches between 6-wheel hand truck to 2-wheel dolly. No tools are required to do that. The 600-pound capacity is a 6-wheel hand truck, 330 pounds as a 2-wheel dolly. Expandable base from 27 inches to 48 inches and adjustable handle 30 degrees to 37 degrees. It's lightweight at only 19 pounds and has silent rubber wheels. So that's a summary of everything. So now let's take that diagram and let's assemble this. So before I start assembling these wheels going first, I just want to show you the quality close-up of this wheel. Very, very nice quality. This has got a really thick rubberized coating on there. That's why they say these are silent. There seems to be bushings in there around here. Look how that just spins freely. Then there's ball bearings on this rotating part right here. And it's all steel and heavy duty sections. And then this is the braking mechanism on there, which is going to allow you to lock this in place. That's that one right there. And then the other larger wheels, you can see they got a bushing in there, and they have really nice tread that they've added to the wheel itself, and it's a rubberized material on there, really high quality. And it comes with the hardware you're going to need: a socket wrench and gloves if you want to wear these during the installation. So the wheels that go in the front of the part by the handle here, they use this screw with a washer. So it's a self-tapping, kind of like a wood screw, and that's going to be put in using this tool. More torque using that way, less torque that way. There's 4 of those in each one of the wheels. You want to make sure that you put the ones that have the locks that are in the front. Now the front ones are installed, and now we're going to install the back ones, or the ones that are on this railing right here, and that uses a different nut and same washer, but this is a threaded nut, or bolt I should say, and it's a little different. We're going to install that next. Next I'm going to install the 2 larger wheels. If you look at the profile, one side sticks out more. That faces the inside of the axle. There are these protector pieces of plastic on there. Remove that, and the wheel gets slid in place, and you use the included bolt to put on the wheel, and then the wrench is what you use to tighten the bolt on. And here it is assembled. There's the back wheels, and front is complete also. Now we can try it out. Here it is in its assembled collapse form. You can see how it rolls quite easily, and now we can use it as different configurations. You can see right here that this lifts up, and that allows you to have the dolly function just like that. Then looking at the front right here, you have this piece right here, and you push in, and then this slides out and locks in place just like that. And now you have a functional dolly that could hold, what do they say it holds? 330 pounds. Really nice. Look at that. So these wheels just work really well, and you could just see how strong this is. And you notice that they put dimples in here, or variations in the length of it, and what that's going to do is going to give it some rigidity. You can see that right here also. And that opening is great also in case you're carrying something that would have anything dripping or anything. It allows it to flow through. But that is a really strong, solid mechanism on there. Now I didn't fully pull this out. When you push this button in here, this totally comes out. This section right here moves, as well as the handle section right there. So you end up with a really nice long dolly. Now here's the beauty of this design. If you want a 6-wheel tilted cart, I've got the front handle collapsed in, And you notice the center section right here, you have a handle on here. And look at this, you pull this up and you have the ability to have the angle that you need for pulling anything, and this becomes a 6-wheel tilted cart. We got the end piece right there to keep things from falling off. Now on the top of this, there is the button, and you can hit that button and extend this all the way up just like that. And look how nice that is. You have the ability to change the angle, and you have the choice of whatever length you want. So you can load this sucker up with a lot of stuff and have the ability to change the angle, which makes it so much easier on your back when you're pulling and loading anything on this. Now if you want to convert this to a 6-wheel platform cart, you lift this up like you just did before, and there is a pin mechanism right here. See that pin right there? This piece drops down from the top. You slide this piece right down, and what it does is going to go into that pin. It's going to align itself into this very thick plastic and steel, and then you have the ability to pull this and keep this at 90 degrees. And again, you could extend this handle right here to be as high as you like, pushing that button, and it locks in any position you want. Really nice. And this now is 90 degrees, and you could utilize all the functionality of this. And this will hold 330 pounds on the base. And folding is really simple. You're just going to lift this up, reverse the process, drop the top down by pushing that button and dropping it down, and then this goes right back in just like that. And then of course the handle was already collapsed as I showed, and then we just take the part right here and drop this down and slide this forward, and the whole thing becomes extremely compact. Amazing. And of course the front has those brakes on there, and when you push this down with your foot, it locks this wheel so this thing will not budge. So here's the competing product. I just opened it up and I immediately didn't like several things about it. Notice it only has 2 smaller wheels, not 4, to offload the weight when using it as a cart. And look at the diameter of the small wheels. The KEDSUM has a much larger diameter wheel. And these wheels fold in, and whenever you use one of these folding wheel designs and you go to collapse the wheels and you go to use the device, these things tend to move inward when you're using them, and I don't really like that. The same thing with these small wheels here, they collapse when you fold this. So this is heavier, this is 23 pounds, the KEDSUM is 19 pounds, and the 6-wheel mode is 600 pounds, just like the KEDSUM. The 2-wheel mode is 330 on the KEDSUM, and it is 300 pounds on this, which I can see why, because of the smaller wheels. And they mention aluminum on this listing, but this is not aluminum. This is steel. There's just aluminum in the front handle, so that's inaccurate. And again, this weighs more than the KEDSUM. And the biggest thing is the handle on this cannot be adjusted. As I demonstrated on the KEDSUM, you can go 45 to 135 degrees. This handle right here is rigidly fixed in place. It's also hard to close. You got to pull this piece up. There's a really hard spring on there, but this angle is fixed, so you have no option to pull this and have an angle control like on the KEDSUM. And that's really important when you're lugging things and you're getting tired. You want to be able to have that angle of 45 to 135 degrees. So this is not a great product compared to the KEDSUM, and now I can really see the difference now that I have this product in front of me. So another really big difference I noticed is because this competitor unit has this piece that sticks there while you're in the dolly mode, it's taking up the space of the base plate. Look at the difference. The KEDSUM goes out, and it goes out 2.5 inches more so that you can grab what you're pulling more easily. And you notice that this doesn't have all the thickness of the metal that this does. The KEDSUM is thicker, and you can now you can really see the wheel diameter difference between the two. So the KEDSUM is going to handle much more weight and allow you to grab the box or the refrigerator or the stove with this with a much longer base. So after testing, what do I think of the KEDSUM, the 3-in-1 folding hand truck with the 6 wheels, high capacity, lightweight, all steel, really, really nice design, really impressed with it. As I compared it to the competitor, there's no comparison. The KEDSUM is significantly better, stronger, better design. It's going to work better to carry your refrigerators, your boxes, whatever you're going to be loading on there, this is going to work just better and safer also. So I'm going to give this product a full 5-star rating. I hope this video review helped you with your buying decision. Thank you for watching.